All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another great episode of the Unfiltered, Unapologetic, Uncensored podcast. Speak to the mic. I am your host, Marlon Joseph. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to Wait to Wear Fitness Tees. This is a t-shirt that I'm wearing today that's actually owned, or it's a Black-owned business by a frat brother of ours, Reggie, called...
Yep. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, name is William Young. We actually, I've actually purchased several shirts from him. He's also the owner of Crave Magazine too. So he's stationed out there in Dallas, doing some excellent things, man, with his magazine and with his t-shirt. So I'll definitely make sure I provide information to everyone on this Instagram page, website, and all that good stuff. Here at this show, we like to speak on various issues that we deal with in the Black community, provide content and information that the Black people in the Black community can actually apply to their everyday life, and acknowledge those people, those Black men and women who we call our local heroes, who are doing what we call the damn thing in terms of providing information and help to the Black community to help move the culture forward. And speaking of that, this month is actually my physical health and wellness month, which I'm focusing more on the physical aspect of us taking better care of ourselves physically. So without further ado, man, let me give this man his proper introduction. This brother here is doing some amazing things in the city of Atlanta. He is the founder of Mayday Fitness. He's also an instructor of M.O.V.E. workout sessions. It's very intense, man. So if you haven't already seen this or even been a part of this, trust and believe, I'm not giving it enough credit in terms of how intense this damn workout is. Reginald May, who's also a frat brother of mine. So yeah, yo to the noobs, man. So
yo to the noobs.
Always gotta check that out, man, regardless. But anyway, man, this is Reginald May.
We got to put that in there.
Yes, sir. Reginald May is a personal trainer stationed out here in Atlanta, Georgia, who's doing what we call the damn thing, man. A pleasure to have you on the show, man.
It's a pleasure to be here, Noob.
I appreciate you.
How are you today?
I'm good, man. Living life, man. And I appreciate you taking the time to be here and to talk about what you're doing out here as far as the personal training aspect goes. So just to jump right on in, man, what made you get into personal training in general?
What made me get into personal training is really simple. I've been an athlete all of my life, and since the age of about 10, I had a personal trainer. So I wasn't one of those guys who was introduced later on. As I got older into personal training, I've always had a personal trainer my whole life. A couple of my daddy friends played in the NFL, and a lot of them got certified. So I would literally have to go to Gold's Gym once I got out of school and train with my personal trainer. But one of the things that inspired me was the relationship I had with him. My father would just drop me off. Yeah. And, a lot of times you get information from your dad, but you can't talk to your dad about everything. Yeah. So not only was he a personal trainer for me physically, but he was also a mentor to me. And so as I grew up, I just kept that same work ethic. Went to Savannah State, played D1 ball, football. And when I was at Savannah State, everybody used to say, bro, you stay in the weight room. We need to work out with you. I was literally the dude who went to the weight room like 3 or 4 times a day. Oh. Like that was me.
You wanted them.
Yeah, that was me. That's what I was used to growing up.
Yeah.
And so just it's in my blood, man. And for me, my story, undergrad, got my business degree, grad school, got my master's in public administration, concentration in economic business development. And when I got into the corporate world, sitting behind a desk just was like putting an animal who's been doing something so long in a cage. And so I was training people on the side. And one day I was like, nah, I'm gonna go for it, man. That was like 2015.
Okay, and ever since then, you kept your foot on the gas pedal and just went 100 miles running and beyond that point, right. Especially how intense your workouts have been, even for you personally, as well as how you've been working out with your clients too. So I do appreciate you for, stating that. And the fact that you started early on, man, versus somebody who's just like, later on in their lives, like trying to like
Right.
just start from scratch. I can understand the difficulties and the similarities and differences that you share with other people. So
Correct.
as far as your move intense workout sessions, explain to me, like what does move stand for and where did you get the acronym from?
So the acronym actually came from my clients. So the original name of M.O.V.E, well, first of all, let me give you the background of M.O.V.E. So back in 2016, I started bodybuilding. And so I hated doing steady state cardio. Steady state cardio is basically on the treadmill for 2 hours,
Okay.
on the Stairmaster for an hour, just steady state. So I went to a class similar to M.O.V.E back in about the beginning of 2016.
Yeah.
And I was like, I burnt just as many calories just punching and doing high knees as I would just doing steady state cardio.
Okay.
And so I was training this DJ Millhouse. I am DJ Millhouse. She's a DJ here in Atlanta.
Okay.
I used to go listen to her spin records, and I would see people just dancing and moving. And I was like, what if I brought this to the gym? And so that was the basis of M.O.V.E.
Okay.
Basically, people want to have a good time when they're working out.
Absolutely.
They not only want to look good, but they want to feel good, and they don't want to feel like it's working out.
Yeah.
They want to vibe. They want a party atmosphere. And if you think about that psychologically, while they're working out, they're hearing their favorite records, the hottest records. So they're dancing and burning calories. It was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
Because if you dance all night, you're gonna do about 2,000 steps.
Oh, you are. And you
so let's put that into play.
Calories. So
right.
And it's crazy because incorporating dance with working out, to your point, right? That does make people feel like they're not like, in the serious mode.
Right.
They're just working out. I'm gonna keep this serious face on every time, even though I'm guilty of this. So I'm guilty of always keeping a straight face when I'm working out. I don't smile when I'm working out.
You one of them mean lifters.
Yeah, man, because I'm like, hey, this ain't no game, man. So ain't nothing to smile about, man. But that's me personally. But I can understand and respect the fact that you're incorporating dancing with working out and making people feel good about it. So basically just turning the gym into a club, into a party, and having everybody just in tune with the beat, and they just in melody with it, you know what I mean? And they working out at the same time. So that of course makes all the more sense to do stuff like that, because don't feel like they just, I gotta be at the gym again, because
gotta be at the gym. Yeah.
It's like, all right, once I get here, I'm like, damn, I'm here. But once you're done, you like, man,
I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad I did that. I sure succeeded that, man. So I appreciate you for stating that, because I know a lot of times people oftentimes are just like, man, okay. Now,
do I want to go?
I want to go. And the thing is, it takes 21 days to develop a habit, right? So habits become lifestyle. And I'm seeing personally, it's become a lifestyle for you to work out. Like you don't even feel right if you don't work out. And that's
my day is not even complete.
Absolutely. So I want to ask you this question too, while we're on the subject. So in regards to just you working out with your clients and things like that, what are some of the most common things you get asked about when it comes to your clients or people just interested in being a client of yours when it comes to working out?
How long is it gonna take to lose my stomach? That's that is one of the most common.
Oh my God.
I just got asked from a new client.
Yeah.
I can't drink. Can I drink? How do I lose my stomach?
Yeah.
How long will it take me to lose 30 to 40 pounds?
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole nother podcast in itself. Okay. like that is a whole nother podcast within itself, because a lot of times people forget about anything that they've ever accomplished in their life.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm talking about the greats. No one accomplished anything overnight. Everything has been a process.
Absolutely, man.
And I blame the fitness industry too sometimes for this. Yeah. We come out with 21-day challenges. We come out with, you know, this tea, you can lose 10 pounds, which is really just water weight. You're shedding water weight, but that's a whole nother podcast too.
Yeah.
I got about 10 subjects I can talk
Okay.
about.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have you back on it. We gonna definitely.
But just how long how quick? And see, the thing about fitness is not quick.
No, it's not.
It's not quick. And so you have to actually learn how to, for lack of better words, you have to learn how to live comfortably while living a fit lifestyle that is going to be sustainable. And the reason I say sustainable is you know what? You want to lose 30 pounds in 2 months? Okay, you're going to eat this same every day.
Say it, man. Talk your
You're going to eat the same shit every day.
shit, man.
If you really want to lose these 20 to 30, you can do it, but it's not going to be sustainable.
Yep.
And so I would be lying to you and setting you up for failure to even tell you can do that or even put you on that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've done crash diets myself during bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And you have to do something called a reverse diet, which you have to slowly put back in all of the foods that you restricted yourself from. Yeah. Most people don't even know how to do that properly. So the weight comes back because you're going to lose your mind on these restricted diets. So my biggest thing is teaching people how to eat and enjoy food and still hit their goals.
Absolutely. You know, even to that point, man, it's mind over matter, right? So you have to mentally get yourself prepared for the amount of things that you're trying to basically enter, the amount of weight that you're trying to lose. Correct. Like you said, Rome wasn't built in a day, man. So you have to understand that losing weight, I would think, is much easier than keeping it off. Right.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That speaks to the very point that you spoke about sustainability. So you want to maintain this very weight that you lost by not gaining it again. You want to stay the course and keep on track.
Correct.
So sometimes people feel like the whole stomach thing, right? It's easier to create that gut or that nice little flab that you got in the kitchen. It's more so about what you eat and more so than about the workouts that you do. And so I think the misnomers that gets thrown around too often, like you said, is that we oftentimes with this mindset that, okay, if I lose this, then that's but no, that's not it. You have to keep hold of that because it can come right back, double that. So the 30 that you lost could end up being 60 that you gained if you're not sustaining it. It's all about consistency, man. It's all about consistency. So,
and the thing about it, and this is another thing too, anytime you start that journey, it's like anything else in life. You got to get around some people that's doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
Because you're gonna have some, you don't need to lose no weight. You don't need to get skinny. You look just fine. And you know what? They are making them stupid projections on you because they don't feel like doing it. They want to do it.
Yep.
You know how many people out here that are so uncomfortable with themselves, but yet they're comfortable.
Yep.
Don't let that go over your head.
No, I didn't. No, I caught it right away.
They're so uncomfortable with themselves.
Uncomfortable, that is comfortable.
But it's comfortable because if you want to change something, I just got my hair braided. I just left for getting my hair braided.
Yeah.
And this lady was talking to me. I get fitness questions everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna end up talking to fitness to somebody.
Yep.
To somebody.
Yep.
And so she asked me, she was like, what do I have to eat? Do I have to do fish? I said, you do whatever you're going to be able to sustain. That's all it's about, sustainability.
It is.
I teach you how to enjoy your food. I don't like last night, for instance. We did nachos. Instead of using tortilla chips, we still use the beef, the same meat, same toppings or whatever.
Yeah.
But we used bell peppers instead of the flour tortillas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different tricks
yeah.
that you can do to sustain and still feel like, oh, I'm still eating nachos. That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's more ways to get in the house than the front door, right? So you obviously have a multitude of ways that you can keep eating what you like, but just making sure you incorporate more vegetables. You subtracting some of the fattier dairy carb things and stuff like that. So I know I'm a creature of habit. So I obviously have a problem with, like, I'm staying consistent with my eating habits. So I love Doritos. I'm always eating Doritos, and I would get a whole family bag and finish the whole damn bag in one
in one setting.
in one
In one setting.
And
And
I'm
that's
like,
easy
damn,
to do.
I just ate this whole damn bag like that. I'm like,
And that's very easy to do.
it is, man. And so we have to get out of this instantaneous mindset where I can do this today and then it be done. Like, again, to your point, nothing that you ever going to be successful in is going to take overnight. It's going to take
correct.
process. It's, you have to get to that place where, all right, starting off is going to be rough, but as you get more accustomed to it, you're going to, now it's going to become a second language to you. Now, it's something that you can't do without now, especially with physical fitness. And so, given the fact that we as Black people, oftentimes we have this whole idea that, oh, I'm getting right for the summer, I'm gonna get right for my birthday, or it's gonna be my New Year's Eve resolution. It's like we have to get out of these periods of time where we want to do it versus incorporating this and making this into a lifestyle rather than a damn trend. And so my next question is in regards to that. So do you think today that physical fitness is more of a trend than it is a lifestyle, or vice versa? Why or why not?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It's a trend now because the industry has blown up.
Yeah.
But I was laughing about it because I see a lot of younger trainers now. I'm doing a lot of the things I did when I first started, and it's blowing up. And back then, it wasn't really that noticeable.
Yeah.
So it's a good and bad thing, I think, as far as the fitness industry right now, because you do have some uneducated people who are giving out information that's not necessarily science-based and not necessarily accurate. So, it's one of those things where it's the lesser of two evils. But then on the bright side, you also have the fact that people are paying attention to themselves now. They're paying attention to fitness. More information is being given out to people. And now you have more platforms. You have online trainers. So you really don't have an excuse if you don't want to go to the gym. You have nutritionists who are online. So if you don't know how to eat, you can purchase or you can speak with someone. And also you have just some of those influencers who are pumping that positivity out there every day. So even if you don't have somebody physically there to motivate you, you can go look at somebody a Massey Arias who only promotes positivity, the same thing I promote, not just restricting and dieting, but learning how to enjoy food in a healthier way so you can sustain. So it's like watching TV. Now you can look at the girl who just gonna show that ass every day and tell you to buy her booty program.
Right.
And you can look at that male trainer who just got his penis out and saying, and he's quoting, but he's got a quote, a great quote.
Yes, a great.
But he got his penis out and his ab saying, buy my ab program. Now you can look at them all day. Because a lot of them surgery. Steroids. Binge diets. Like they're not telling you, people telling you they're taking this protein that's getting them this big, which is untrue. And it's just, do you want to look at that particular part of fitness, or do you want to look at it from I'm trying to be more healthier. I'm trying to be here longer for my kids. Absolutely. I'm actually trying to be healthy from the inside. See, a lot of people look good, but they're not healthy inside.
Absolutely.
There's a difference. So there's a lot of great trainers out there that have a lot of information from a holistic standpoint, from what you need to be eating, how to sustain. This guy named I Be Your Trainer, he is a beast with the nutrition. Like literally this, I look, he's a new.
Okay.
You should follow him.
I'm going to follow him because I definitely want to
live here in the Atlanta area.
Speak about nutritionists too, because I've actually reached out to a Black woman who's a nutritionist as well, and definitely want to have her on the show to speak about, because she actually has a vegan dietary supplement that she actually does too. So I thought it was pretty ideal to actually have on the show to speak about that. But yeah, I mean, to your point, man, I think it does speak to the fact that it's been saturated with a lot of misinformation.
A lot of bullshit.
When it comes to, all right, all right, you do this is going to work for you. But people don't understand different things work for different
people.
Body types. You know what I'm saying? So what may have worked for you may not work for somebody else. But
Right.
if you stay consistent with certain things,
Right.
no matter what you do, you're going to get the end result at the
Right.
end of that. So consistency needs to be pushed out more than just doing just this one thing, right?
You know what's funny? And I'm gonna share this story. I got to share this story.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So I got this cat, man. He out in Oklahoma now. He used to be in Atlanta, and dude is shredded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you know you can have like 100,000 followers if you just did workouts every day. He was like, bro, I can have about 200,000 followers if I just show my penis every day with no shirt and a good caption. And that's the thing. That's the truth, though.
Yeah, it is.
Like literally.
Yeah.
You know, some of these people aren't selling fitness, they selling sex.
Yep.
And that's the difference.
It is.
You know, so like I said, it's like the TV is like, what do you want to put up here?
Yep.
You know, which fitness professionals do you want to follow? Because there's a difference between a fitness professional and a fitness influencer.
Exactly. Everyone that's physically fit may not be a physical trainer or instructor. They just physically fit for themselves, right? So yeah, that makes sense.
Have you ever seen some of the most athletic, in shape individuals actually have coaches that don't look like they've ever touched a weight in their life?
Yeah. You see
their trainer is looks like he needs the trainer, but he's the trainer. You know why he's the trainer? Because he has the information.
Absolutely.
That's the difference between an influencer, someone who looks like they have the information, and someone who actually has the information.
Having that
science. There's a difference.
Having that science down pat, understanding what people's metabolisms are and things like that too. They would be the ones that would provide that information to you when it comes to keeping you fit versus them being fit themselves. It's not saying that they're not fit at all or they're not keeping themselves healthy, but they're not in the same profession in terms of what you're doing. As a basketball player or football player. They're the trainer that's in place to keep you fit. Correct. Most out of your own body. So yeah. That does make a hell of a lot more sense, especially given that a lot of the detox tea is coming out and people coming out with a lot of different things, right? So we have to be very cognizant of the very things that we're pumping in our bodies too, even from a healthy standpoint. We need to be more conscientious about the bad shit we eating, but that does not dismiss the things that we need to be more conscious about. We saying that this is good for you. First, doing your research, educating yourself and enlightening yourself, or getting enlightened on what this actually does for you. Thanks to your body type, because the reaction to your body versus someone else's reaction may not be the same, and it may be worse off than someone else too. So you have to be very mindful of that when it comes to just pumping any and every damn thing in your body and being physically fit in that aspect. So yeah, I do appreciate you for speaking on that. So another thing too, as far as meal prep goes, what in particular do you do do you do meal preps?
You mean for myself or my clients?
Both.
Well, for me, I know myself like the back of my hand, and that's what I try to teach my clients. So for instance, I'll share with you what I've done for myself from a knowing what works standpoint for Mayday's body. So I find a baseline. And what I mean by a baseline, I know if I eat this meal 3 to 4 times a day for weeks at a time, I'm going to get the results I want. It works for my body. So let's just say this is how I found my baseline. 2 weeks, I'm going to take a specific carb. I'm gonna take a specific fat, and I'm gonna throw in my veggies. So let's just say I take chicken and rice. Carb, rice, chicken is my protein. Now I'm gonna see how my body responds to that. This is just something that I've experimented with, and I'm going somewhere with this. So I'm looking at my body. I'm just seeing how my body responded to these different proteins. And these carbs. So at the end of those 2 weeks, I'm journaling the whole time. At the end of those 2 weeks, I'm gonna see how my body just responded to that.
Yeah.
If my body responded well, I'm like, cool, I know this works for me.
Yep.
Next week, I may add something. I may do a sweet potato. I may do cod
Yeah.
and see how my body responds. So what am I saying? I could give you a meal plan,
Yeah.
but I'm going to require you to send me pictures weekly because I need to see if your body is responding in a positive way towards those foods that I gave you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're constantly, I do bi-weekly check-ins.
Okay.
So why do I do bi-weekly check-ins? Because I need to see if something's bloating you. I need to see if you're gaining.
Yep.
I need to see if you're losing. And I need to see if you have any other issues, allergies, small things
Yep.
that can hinder you from actually hitting the goal that we set.
Yeah.
So it's a constant trial and error of seeing what's going to work for individuals. That's why I'm real hesitant to give a meal plan.
Okay.
I would much rather coach you by giving you a meal guide.
Yeah.
This is how you should be eating.
Yep.
These are the categories of foods that you should be choosing from.
Yep.
These are the supplements. These are the vitamins that I would recommend. I'm not saying you must do it.
Absolutely.
I'm like a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I'm like a doctor. I make recommendations based on what I think.
Yep.
But we also have to put you through the program to see what works for you.
Yep.
That's just like me giving everybody the same meal plan for what? And a lot of trainers do that.
Yeah.
You know, hey, this is the same meal plan. Oh, this is the same meal plan. You know, and at the same time, I get it. You know, it's very generic, but
Yeah.
a lot of people will drop from that initial generic meal plan, but then they're about to a plateau. So what do you do now?
Yep.
You have to switch it up.
You do.
But if you don't know what foods to switch,
Yep.
to put in, to take out, then your client is going to be stagnant.
Very much.
Unless they just really killing it. But I try to coach people on, like, listen to your body, get in the mirror, eat something, literally go to the mirror after your food digest in the morning. You know, look and see whether it was a positive reaction to those foods or a negative one.
Yep. And it's a great point that you made too, in comparison to meal plans versus a meal guide, right? So you obviously leaving it up to them to be held accountable for what it is they're actually putting in their body. So, like, all right, this is a whole list of things that you can choose from.
You can choose from.
That's strongly suggested to you to choose from and eat.
Correct.
Versus me telling you, hey, listen, you do X, Y, and Z, and it's going to happen. Because it's obviously giving them false hope that if they do that, then this is what's going to be the end result of that, versus saying, all right, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to help you help yourself. Now, this is the guide, follow it. Stay consistent with this. So that way you'll get to see end results. And if you don't see results within that 14-day or 21-day period, come back to me and we can regroup.
We can regroup
and re-strategize what will actually work for you. And again, with your taste buds and things like that, what do you enjoy eating that you can actually eat consistently? Versus like, oh, I got to eat this, but I know I don't like this. And it's like basically like a child, forcing a child to eat broccoli or Brussels sprouts.
And
like,
you know you don't like
it. They don't want that. And they're going to throw it away or they're going to spit it up.
Correct.
Like, now it's not even digested versus something that you commonly eat already and say, all right, you know what? Let me incorporate a little bit more with this and add a little more flavor to this, but leaving out all the fatty seasonings and things like that, but just making it still to a point where it's edible. You actually still enjoy it. And being consistent with eating that. And then when you see the results of that, change it up. Again, change is inevitable. And
it is.
The only thing that changes is what needs to. So people we have to be very much so adaptable when it comes to change. So,
and I would say this too. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Absolutely. It don't get simpler.
That's the truth.
Like, listen, you won't change it ain't
Right.
gonna happen for you. You got to
Right.
actually go out and do the work. And so
Right.
that accountability piece on all aspects, man, I'm always speaking about accountability because we're not holding ourselves accountable enough. We're not holding each other accountable enough. So that speaks volumes when it comes to that. And even, well, in talks of that working out in general, like, so there's a big difference between like actually doing weightlifting and actually doing those interval workouts, those workouts
Right.
that you do in MOVE. So that all the different things that you do in MOVE, talk to me a little bit about, what those intense workouts, like, what does that consist of? Like, what are you actually doing in those workouts?
So MOVE is basically a high intensity interval training class. Basically, what I want you to do is move the whole time, whether it be resistance bands or whether we have dumbbells or whether it's body weight. It's a full body class.
Yeah.
We stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Everything is choreographed. Everything is 20 reps. And we minimum 20 reps. So it's a bunch of punches, it's a bunch of squats, it's a bunch of side lunges, it's a bunch of crunches, leg raises. The thing that's unique about MOVE is it's structured a certain way.
Yeah.
Like MOVE is literally, it's not just a I'm winging it type of class.
Yeah.
It has structure to it. So in the beginning, you have your light stretch. Then we go into the leg portion with our bands. Then we go into the arm portions with the dumbbells. Then we go into the full body portion. But you would have to come see it. There's a reason we call it MOVE.
Yeah.
It's because I have what I call the MOVE line.
Okay.
This one on the ground a lot. I won't put the line up because people are, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So this is actually how it became called MOVE. When I first started doing it, I would always tell them when they were in the MOVE, like, MOVE, you go to the next line. You do a move, go to the next line. I'm like, MOVE.
Kind of like
so
drill.
I was like, it's a drill. It's a drill. I'm like, MOVE. The whole drill is me. You go to one session, I say, MOVE.
Yep.
And so I was like, y'all, I need help renaming this class. They were like, just call it MOVE because you're always telling us to move.
It's keeping that.
This was like 3 years ago.
Intensity level high. Listen,
right.
Taking a short break, but you right back at it.
You're right back at it.
Yeah.
And that is what I used to do during my competition days.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would rather do a class and listen to some music for an hour and punch and sweat than to just sit on a treadmill or sit on on the Stairmaster all day.
Yeah.
Because the closer you get to the show, the more cardio you have to do.
Okay.
If you're not as dry and as cut and as water depleted as you should be.
Okay.
So I was just like, man, I'm gonna take this class. So I had just started taking like this aerobics class punch, and I was like, man, I can do this.
Okay. And because you're used to those intense workouts and those interval workouts, obviously it's a second language to you. So you can able to do that. But obviously they have those like starter classes and those beginner classes that people can start off with. And then once you're able, when you physically feel like you can take on more, then you take it a step up, take it a notch up. And even with classes, I can see that you have different interval levels when it comes to beginners, intermediate, and then this is super intense. Now you got to be with it because we're gonna be on it the entire damn time. And so, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make sure I make my way there to be in.
Yeah, hey, I tell you, you know what's funny about MOVE?
But yeah,
you know what's funny about MOVE?
Yeah.
Every dude that comes to MOVE, because I use very light dumbbells.
Yeah.
And dudes coming there, they say, man, I'm grabbing 10s. I said, okay, you can grab them 10s you want to. By about 20 minutes into the class, you see them going back over there to the rack, picking up the 3. It never fails.
It's a big difference between just like actually like lifting weights versus
conditioning.
Yeah, conditioning. Oh man, that's a huge difference. Even with cardio too, you brought up a fact about how people oftentimes on the treadmill for hours and hours on end, just trying to burn fat, burn weight, when you really just burning water weight more than anything else. Versus the interval workouts, that intense level workout, that's going to be the one that you see the most results from. And so, yeah, and I'm seeing them classes be packed out, man. We talking, I at least saw 100 people in one class, or maybe I've miscounted some of them people in the back.
We've had since I've come over to the law,
Yeah.
we've literally, I can say a lot of the people who started and moved now
Yeah.
have moved on and started classes.
Wow.
Like, and that's another thing that I like about what I did with M.O.V.E.
Yeah.
I didn't create M.O.V.E. to make money off of it, because my personal training business makes the bulk of the money anyway.
Yeah.
M.O.V.E. was for M.O.V.E. I started M.O.V.E. because most people couldn't afford, the average person couldn't afford personal training.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if they can't afford training, I got to give them something.
Yeah.
So I started a $10 class.
Yep.
You know, and that's always the introduction to fitness for most people, classes.
Yep.
Then, because you're not going to get the results you want from classes, it's a piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
But it's not the meat of the puzzle. So then they start to wonder, okay, what else do I need to do? And that's what you're doing by teaching classes. You're introducing most people to fitness.
Yep.
It's like an introduction to fitness. So that's really the whole reason I created M.O.V.E. I was like, let me give these people something. I can't just let them walk out the door because they don't have money for personal training.
Yeah. So metaphorically speaking, you basically just helping them hold that bike to help them
right
until they get to a point where now they can ride it themselves now. So that introduction to them working out is going to help inspire them to say, you know what, I can take this and just go to with this. Now I can add other things to it. Now I know I'm capable of doing this much. It helps inspires them, makes them feel good about being able to sustain the very work regimen that's been put before them. And so and we need to be more consistent with that, because especially given that a lot of people oftentimes get discouraged. They oh man, I can't do
all the time
anymore, man. It's like, well, man, this ain't working out, or I'm not seeing the results I want. It's like you have to get out of this instantaneous mindset thinking that it's going to happen overnight or over a week's time. It has to happen throughout on an everyday basis of your life. Now, you're not saying that you have to work out every day, but you have to make sure you still injecting the right foods in your body every single day. So on the days that you're not working out, you're resting your body, you're conditioning your body in that way. And so that, at least 3 to 4 days a week, you're working out and being consistent, you're going to start to see the results of that much more than you would like to, or much more than you would even hope that you would in the past. But it's all about consistency, man. And so
that's all it's about. That's all anything is about in life. And I tell people, I tell people all the time, like, it's unrealistic for you to think that you being consistent your whole life with the habits that you're now trying to break, doing that in 3 to 4 months.
Man,
it just doesn't, like, if I try to keep it as simple as possible. Even think about it, even the best athletes in the world, the 1%, they have to train at such a level to stay there. So imagine if they have to keep that up, what you're going to have to do to even get to a point. To even get to a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work like that. But like I tell people all the time, I think it's a couple of different narratives you can say. It's a lot of challenges. When people post progress pictures, if you notice, when I post progress pictures, like the last guy that I just posted, he was fat, not the big swole guy that I trained who played for Ole Miss. I got him when he was huge, fat, not a muscle on his body. And now that he looks amazing, I don't say, I could put him up there and say 21 days. You know what I'm saying? I can lie to the public, but I said 3 years. And if you look at the caption, I said, this has been a journey on and off for 3 years, which is showing you that he hasn't been consistent for 3 years, but throughout the 3 years on and off, he never completely quit, and he eventually got to where he wants to be. He just told me, and I hope he don't see this and kill me for this. He's an alpha, by the way, too. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But he was like, man, we was talking about going to the club back in the day. He was like, man, I ain't even used to go to the club because I wouldn't get no play. He was like, now, bro. He was like, now, bro, this fitness, he said, this fitness shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I said, what you talking about? He said, man, the caliber of girls who are hollering at me now. I was like, oh,
And here you go. Now,
I
listen,
created a monster.
now listen. Now you have a multitude of inspirations as to why people get physically fit. To get attention from the guys or attention from the girls, or and that's fine. If that's your preference, if that's what you need to motivate you to get physically fit.
Yep.
The ultimate
use your motivation.
The ultimate goal is getting physically fit. Then you're going to realize you had way more dreams and aspirations of being physically fit than just that thing. So it's uncovering all those different things that helped inspire you, that came out of you from this journey that you call. It's not a trend. It's not even a movement. It's a journey. It's staying consistent. Even with inconsistencies can be consistent. So how you talked about how people oftentimes think that you're just going to overnight this shit when it comes to the amount of years you put into eating. Shout out to grandma, auntie them, and mama them cooking all that good food. But knowing at the time it was good, but it wasn't good for you. Now you gotta now you have to have this process in place to undo all of that.
Correct.
Think about how much time it took you to ingest all that shit versus now you have even more time to actually undo all of this and redo what you actually physically want to see yourself. So that, man, that is just, I can't even speak highly enough about you speaking on that, man.
If you think about it, it's all mindset. Everything is mindset.
Mind over mind.
It's just like anything else, man. If you want to fix your credit to get a house, you gotta go through that process of getting your credit back right, because 2 months ain't gonna do it. Think of like with anything in life.
Anything.
It can take years.
Anything worth having is worth working hard for and worth fighting for. So you have to be able to put in the work. You have to. That's the only way you're gonna really see true results in that. So, man, I appreciate you for saying that. So as far as the workouts go, if people can't physically be in the workout sessions with you for M.O.V.E, do you provide like virtual workout sessions as well?
Yeah, I have a virtual program.
Okay.
So, and that's actually only $50 a month. It's a monthly based program, but they're live workouts. So we have different sessions, slots. Once you purchase through my link on Instagram or my website, you get the schedule for the month, and you get your meal plan, and you're in a accountability group with over 100 to 200 different people.
Okay, and that's great, man, because obviously people can obviously get to interact with other people. You can,
that's the key,
eventually learn other people's journeys, where they're at, because everybody ain't meeting at the same place, right? So your destination may look similar, but now this person is like halfway there versus you starting from scratch. Now you're connecting with people, you're networking with folks and becoming ultimate friends. And now you just found you accountability partner, a physical friend. You developing relationships with people. So it's so many moving pieces to just the overall industry of fitness and out and having that personal trainer to hold you accountable for those things, man. That's a tremendous accomplishment to see it come into fruition that way, man. And I have mad love and respect for you for what you've been doing. So
I appreciate that, Nuke, man. I appreciate you, man. Seriously.
You doing the damn thing, man. And like you said, the other personal trainers that's out here, and I want to give a shout out to G and Jason both out there at the loft, man. They do as well. So
hey, man, those two brothers, man, those are two good brothers. I can say if it's two people that I've run into just as an entrepreneur in the city of Atlanta that has helped me tremendously is G and Jason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the support is most people don't, if they feel like I don't want to say a threat or anything like that, but if they feel like you're doing your thing, they won't really give you too much information. If you know what I mean, how to do this and how to do that.
Yeah,
man, Jason will give you that information so quick.
And that's
He'll put you on game so quick.
it needs to be that way, man, because it's like, okay, you stumbled across this gem, right? Why would you want to keep it to yourself? You want to be able to give it to as many people as you want, because applied knowledge is what's really key. You know what I'm saying? How can you say you know something if you don't apply it, and you're not sharing it or willing to share it with other people? And we have to be in this monolithic state when it comes to the Black community, man. It's like,
correct. I agree.
You ain't looking to one up the next person. Listen, it's room for everybody out here to win. And if we don't even work or operate under that mindset on an everyday basis, guess what? Now we got so many people jealous of other people, hating and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, man. Again,
it ain't even that serious.
It's not that serious. My mother always said it's more ways to get into a house than the front door, long as it's your damn house. You know what I mean? So it's like being able to provide information to other people, man. That's not gonna like trip you up or stop your growth and development.
Correct.
Success too. It's actually going to increase it, because now the clientele has increased, that networking has increased. And what I love about Atlanta the most is networking is tremendous here, man, regardless of whatever profession that you're in, especially when it comes to physical fitness. So, you know, and G and Jason both have been my personal trainers in the past, and I've been to their classes, worked out with them in the past too. So, you know, they doing wonderful things at the loft, and seeing you there with your move workout sessions there too, man. It's great to see Black men and women out here doing their damn thing, man.
It's like a family atmosphere over there, for like seriously.
And I appreciate them for even being that way, because I seen other trainers there too that's doing their damn things and having their clients there, and you know, even some celebrities, you know, work out with them as well. And that's showing how much growth and maturation has become of the gym and of those personal trainers too. So yeah, big ups to them too, man. So as far as the information that you obviously provide to everyone on your Instagram page, on your website, what are some ways that people can reach out to you and just, you know, if they have any general questions about working out, if they ever in Atlanta, they want to come work out at your sessions or be at workout sessions, how can people reach you in regards to that?
Okay, very easy to find. My Instagram page is Mayday Fitness _ATL. My website is www.maydayfitnessatl.com. You can either reach out to me on Instagram, which is what most people do, or you can hit me up on my website. Also, my Facebook is Reginald May, just my whole government name. A lot of people in the Facebook community are reaching out via Facebook also. So it's Reginald May on Facebook, Mayday Fitness _ATL on Instagram, and www.maydayfitnessatl.com.
Okay, and yeah, and I'll make sure for all my listeners and followers, I'll make sure I provide that information in the comment section, as well as the description of this episode, so that way people can have that access to you in terms of reaching out, following you on Instagram, reaching out to you via website or even on Facebook as well. So I do appreciate you for dispersing that information. My last question in regards to just the overall the mental versus physical aspect when it comes to working out. So how much of it would you say is physical versus it being mental when it comes to, you know, physical fitness?
The only time it's physical is when you're not being smart with the way you train. When I say when you're not being smart, like if you're injured, then it becomes physical. And I'm saying this because I say this all the time. The entire workout is mental. Because you have to get your mind set in a place where I'm about to get to work. It's called, people forget, it's called a work out. You're about to put in work. You're not coming in here to just talk to friends or to bullshit. You coming in here to work. It's a workout. But before you play a game, you play sports, right? Before you play a game, what they tell you, got to visualize the game in your head. You have to sit down, everybody's relaxing. Before we run out this locker room, everybody is quiet. Everybody's visualizing what they have to do. See, the physical part is just I want to say, the manifestation of what you've already seen, what you've already prepared.
Yep.
So you have to see it first. The mental piece is what people fail to realize, because you can really say, I can't get another one. But if I say, give me another one, and you get another one,
Yep.
it was all mental. It was never physical.
Yep.
You told yourself you couldn't get another one.
Yep.
You know how many times I tell people when they say, I can't do this, I say, well, we're finna do it today.
Yep.
And guess what? They do it.
Yep.
And I say, see, it's up here. It's not even physical.
Yep.
You told yourself you can't do it. So guess what? Your thoughts become things.
Absolutely.
And if you tell yourself you can't, you can't.
Yep.
That's bottom line.
You've already defeated yourself.
You done. Don't even come here.
Nope. It's all about motivating yourself, man.
Mindset.
I can do this. I can do this. That encouragement, that ambitious mindset is going to help push you to that point where you can do it. Then once you do it, damn, I can do it. Let me do some more of it then. It just keeps adding on to it. So it's just like, you got to stay on it.
You know why training is more mental than physical? I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
It's days when I'm dog tired from training everybody else, and I do not feel like working out.
Yeah.
I literally will go in there and I have to tell myself to do every single rep out of every station. I'm telling myself.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
You got one more. Come on, we got 10.
Yep.
I can do the 10.
Yep.
But mentally, I don't feel like doing the 10.
Yep.
That's the biggest piece.
Yeah.
So if I leave you with anything, if I leave anybody with anything about training, exercising, your fitness journey, whatever you want to do in your life, I would say the first step is visualizing it, saying this is what I want to do, and take your emotions out of the journey. If you take your emotions out of the journey, it becomes that work that you need to do. Now, this is what I have to do. It ain't what I feel like doing. It ain't what I'm thinking about doing. This is what I have to do. I'm no longer emotionally tied to it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Like, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy because people will go to the doctor and for the doctor just to tell them, you need to start exercising. Well, guess what? You knew you needed to start exercising, but you didn't feel like it.
Exactly.
You had other priorities. You didn't make your own self a priority from a health standpoint. So now you got to make yourself a priority. Ain't no not feeling like it.
Nope.
So when there's no longer an emotional attachment to it, and you understand this is something you need and have to do, then that's when you'll actually see the fruits of making it a lifestyle. It won't bother you as much to do it, because it's just like anything else that you have to clean up your house. You have to take your car to get maintenance. You have to pay your mortgage. Ain't no feelings in what you have to do.
Absolutely right, man. That's big facts, man. That is big ass facts right there. And for the people who don't have personal trainers or don't have those workout accountability partners in the gym with them, it starts with self, right? So telling yourself, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do this. Let me get this workout in. And keep telling yourself, yeah, okay, you know what? I finished that. Let me get one more in. Motivating yourself, self-motivation, it starts with self first. And then eventually you will get to a place where you may ultimately have someone there pushing you, whether it's a person or it's accountability partner in general. You're just going to the gym with on an everyday basis or whatever. But it starts with self. No one can motivate you more than you motivating yourself. That everybody else outside of you is the added motivational piece. But you have to start with self. I can do this because I can do this. It has to be in your mind first, man. Above all else.
Hey, as it look, hey, to thine own self be true.
Man, always, man. The number one law of nature is self-preservation.
Hey,
you know, take care of self first, man, before you can take care of anybody else.
Anybody else.
So, man, we can go on and on about this, man, because
Yo, I can talk about this all day.
Yeah, these questions I actually got from a lot of some of my followers who sent me questions to ask. So what I did was I structured the format to where every episode I have moving forward, I'm asking for the involvement and engagement of my followers.
The engagement, that's what you want.
Because I want them to ask me questions to ask the people that I'm interviewing, because these are the everyday things that they're actually struggling with and want to know more information about. So from that perspective, man, it's definitely appreciative to have you on here talking about.
And can I say this last thing before we get off? You said one word, struggle.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that's what I mean by take the emotion out of it.
Yeah.
Because when people struggle, they get discouraged.
Very much so.
You got to understand, when your feelings are involved with it from a standpoint of a negative view of the process,
yeah,
when you struggle, you look at it as a bad thing instead of understanding that this is a part of it.
Yep.
Because what is the saying? If it was easy, anybody and everybody would be doing it.
Yep.
So that shows you within itself, there's only a few of us who understands that I'm going to struggle. Like today, I'm gonna tell you, I missed my session this morning. I was supposed to film this morning. I was supposed to post a hit workout this morning.
Yeah.
I got up late, I was tired, but guess what I'm about to do as soon as we get off?
Yep.
I got to go. It's not about how I feel.
Yep.
It's Saturday. I could be down on the block where I normally hang with my mimosas. And no, I got to get this done.
Yep. Priorities.
I don't feel like it. My girl finna go to the mall.
Yep.
She finna go shopping.
Yep.
I could go do that too, but I have to. This is something I have to do.
Yep.
And that's the discipline part of it.
It is discipline and prioritizing what needs to be done versus what can wait.
Right.
The things that you want to do can wait. The things you have to do at that immediate time, stick to that first, man, because once you're gonna feel much better after you accomplish.
Once it's done.
Once it's done, it's like, okay, good. I got that done. Now that's out the way. Now I can carry on with the rest of my day and enjoy this day. You know what I mean? Right. And it's maintaining that level of consistency when it comes, man. Again, man, much love and appreciation to you for being on the show.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Very helpful and insightful, man. Tell the future Mrs. May, I'm definitely going to reach out to her because I definitely want her perspective too when it comes.
She's got a better. She's got an even better one.
Okay, when it comes to Black women keeping in shape too, man, because again, I want this to be something that people take from and say, you know what, I can apply this. I can do this. I need motivation. And sometimes it helps to have those individuals speak on it to say, you know what, I ain't think about it. And that helped to know that information is out there for me to actually gain and get that and take it and apply it to my everyday life. So yeah, man, much love and appreciation to you, Noop. And I'm definitely going to come to your workout sessions now because I'm much more hyped and excited about it now, knowing what
let's get it, man.
Okay.
You're going to be even more hyped when you get there, I promise.
Okay, man. Again, man, stay safe out here and definitely make sure that, if for my listeners out here and followers, if you're in the Atlanta area, man, check out this Black man's workout sessions. You will not regret this. I'm telling you.
You will not, I promise.
I'm not giving it enough damn justice right now speaking on it, but I'm telling you, when you experience this, you're going to be like, you know what, man, hell, if you don't live here, you're going to be like, man, I might need to move to Atlanta so I can get this more often because this is pushing me to just feel better about yourself.
Correct.
All else. Getting physically fit and feeling better about yourself is the key goals in all this, man. So again, man, appreciate the information and definitely enjoyed you being on the show, man. And we'll definitely be wrapping again, man, to have a this to talk more about the other aspects of it too. So
no problem. Will do.
Yeah, man, take it easy, man, and enjoy that workout today. Cause I'm about to go hit the gym too.
I will, Marlon. You have a good one.
All right, you too, man.
All right.
If you like what you've heard from this week's episode and would like to hear more from previous episodes, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel below. You can also find me on social media platforms at Speak to the Mic _podcast show on Instagram and Speak to the Mic podcast show on Facebook. Be sure to also like, share, and subscribe to my Spotify page at Speak to the Mic podcast show. As I put out more thought-provoking content, your opinion and thoughts are needed and appreciated. I thank you all in advance for your support and look forward to hearing from you soon.